Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today we're going at the combine. Well, I'm going to do what I can, but Father Phil is the man who knows what he's at. So what exactly went wrong with the combine?
Get the bits broke.
This is what broke?
Yeah, the carrier for that.
So this is it?
That is it. The front piece of the shaking shoe.
The front piece, so what? This is...
That's part of the shaking shoe.
Right, inside.
Inside.
So that's on the inside of the combine?
That's in there.
In there? Right.
This leg bolts through that.
Yeah.
And runs in that bushing.
Right.
And we were cutting away and all of a sudden she smoked the belts for driving the elevators.
Yeah.
This broke off and fell down straight into the auger and stuck the auger in there.
Right.
But to repair this we have to take out the shaking shoe and make a whole new front section and put it back in. And it's not an easy job.
No.
It's a lot of ripping.
That's the whole gutting the inside of the combine.
All the riddles has to come out.
So
Riddles, you have your riddles and then your shaking shoes in the bottom, and it shakes the grain down into the elevators.
yeah.
And that's what's causing me grief this morning.
So you have to take off.
This is the way they're driven.
Yeah.
Is to take out the top one.
Yeah.
And there's the bottom one.
Yeah.
But we'll take the top one out first so we can get the bottom one out.
So all of that inside has to come out to get the bottom bit out, is it?
Correct.
Right.
This is the way they're driven, so let's take them off. That's the way it's driven, so we'll take them off first.
And you have the sieves out of it. So you can see there. I don't know how well you can see because it's dark. But that's out of it. So yeah, there's a lot of ripping to be done. A lot of ripping to get into that. Anyways, what can you do but get to it? The joys of running machinery. At least the weather broke and we have time to do it, and we're not, you could say, missing out on dry days to get cuttings, so it's not the end of the world. But anyways, we better get to it. So start opening up the same things there on the other side.
Yep.
Right.
There's runners there now.
Up.
No. No, these two.
Go around and consult. I just want to see what he's done so I know what I'm doing. So, that off.
These off.
And them.
Yeah.
So switch.
And these.
Which should I take
Then
off
them.
first?
Them.
So take off the joints between them.
Then these. Then that.
Them.
Then go down there and take that one off.
Take that one apart.
Then take the mount for them.
The mount.
Yeah.
So what?
Two here and two inside.
Right.
So drop down because this bracket has to come out and that won't come out of the way
Yeah.
to let the bracket out.
Right. So I'm starting off with that, then that, then that.
Yep.
Then that, then them.
Yep.
Okie dokie, I need 7 beans. So that's all that opened. We go in here. So what's happening now?
You're going down in there, that's what's happening.
So why are you taking off?
You need to get a torch for your head.
Right?
You won't be able to hold it. You have to open bolts down in there so we can get this out.
So this old carrier has to come out.
Come out.
Right.
Go get a torch for your head. My lamp is just...
That's grand. I'll go look for one of my old light torches.
Yeah. But what way? So the only way I see now is we're going to have to get a man in there.
To open what?
Did you have to see like the top link there?
I don't see nuts in the back of them mounts. Oh, I do. I see the nuts now. They're in at the back of the linkages. So when you open them two nuts, them linkages fall down. Right, you need to get in there with an 18 spanner. See that nut?
Yeah.
There's two there. You have to hold them till I get them open. So she's all after falling down there now anyway.
Oh yeah, the whole pan is set down.
Yeah, so that pan there, the front pan is sitting on the back of this pan. I knew that had to be. They're joined up there. Right.
But you have to take out this back pan and take out the front, do you, to get half what we're getting at?
Why this whole thing here has to come out.
Yeah, but do you not... Oh, where is
What?
that sitting? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I don't know either, so that's why we have to go in ahead that way. Alright?
Right, so I go in and hold the spanner on them.
Yeah, watch yourself with them fingers. Now, you can, if you have enough space, we can take out them two trays.
I'll manage.
But now, watch there, don't bend them now.
Yeah.
That stuff is well, it's not too bad.
Well, I was in there before.
Arse is starting to fall out of this now. You're going to have to get a few bits of welds.
Patching on it.
Right, okay, get in there. I'm out.
We will go. So, we're in the belly of the beast. Part of this is broken too.
Do what you have to do.
Huh?
Get out.
Oh. Let's check to see that. No, didn't fall down.
Get that whole thing out now, Philip.
Huh?
Get that out.
Yeah. That's everything there.
See the drawing?
Yeah.
So that top bit should separate from that front bit. Show us that gun now, and you see can you lean over to get the ones, or you might have to come over and go in again.
I should be able to climb across the middle.
You won't.
Hi. So I'm looking at this front.
That front bit
In.
we were talking about.
Right. Oh, yeah, I think I can. Yeah. Okay. Right, do the other side now. Oh, man. This is awkward. Put myself into reverse now. This is going to be fun. Right, so what is the current issue we're having?
I'm trying to get you back into the combine.
That's not the issue. So this, we have to take off.
Yeah, the bushing on the back.
Yeah. So I have to go back into the belly of the beast to get that bushing off, but I have to take off stuff before I can get to that, isn't it?
You mightn't have to, you might be able to work through that little hole. You may be able to work through that little hole though.
So, yeah,
Then I get to the right.
back in I go. So, back inside the belly of the beast. And this is what I have to open here. So, and I'm also lying head first downhill, which isn't very comfortable. But, right inside the belly of the beast. Give me a screwdriver, something to poke, because I think you have to shove this back, then shove the riddles up, because it looks like there's a little catch. Set a screwdriver.
When I pull out the bushing on the other side now, that hole should.
So go here then.
Yeah, but hold on. See them little linkages, they want to be pulled up over there or
Right.
taken off. Get 7 links.
These yokes?
Yeah, take them off over there. You're going to how it's pulling out that ring. Oh, they'll be locked tight, then put them back in. There we go.
No.
With the power.
Out now.
Oh no.
And off we go. Oh.
Come on. Come on, camphor. Oh, she's still suspended. She's still on her suspensions. This stuff has to be all taken out. All these boards here.
It's all welded there. Is that not all the one piece?
It is, yeah, but it's still on its.
It's on bushings there.
Still on the bushing. They have to be taken out. A bit of repair on that now. Hey, all right.
We're getting there.
The biggest thing is to figure out what we had to do. But we've that figured out now, so we're grand.
So you take off these two bushings here.
Yeah, we just need the bar off as well. That bar has to come off, it won't come out.
Right. So it's just that bar that holds in. So there's only bolts in the middle of it. But
It has to be.
the bolts this side are gone. Sorry. But you have bolts there. I assume they're all tight to that bar.
Lift it.
Right. She has been repaired on this side as well.
So that is the issue out. This is all that's wrong. It's in 3 layers.
Yeah, we're throwing it in one.
That's all broke. That's broke. Over there is all cracked and broke. So
Yeah, I was just repairing that.
a bit of welding there now. Get that right, and then this bar here has gone off at 2.
It's the same.
That,
Probably has standing up on its side.
Top piece. Some new bolts wanted.
That was replaced a long time ago.
And you can see where it was all painted afterward.
Yeah.
Different colour. That was repaired too though. Very poorly though, you can see the welding there isn't as tasty as the other side. Live going with a few deliveries to DPD. So just boxing them up there. That's the bit. That is it. I'd say that bit broke first, did it? Or did that bit break and then this come down and
The whole thing is all
went
that's a
to one
fresh
side?
break. Here, that's a fresh break, that.
Whereas that's breaking in a while. That's not just going well back in, is it?
No. It's a dump out job.
Are you able to get a bit to go back into it now, or?
Of course.
to get that whole patch
I'll
off.
have to patch off it first, that patch, which should leave another straightening piece. And then we may cut this out here, square it out, and then make a new one. That's evening's work.
Yeah. You can't buy a piece, no.
No, well, you can buy that whole thing if you want it.
Yeah.
It'd probably be cheaper to buy a combine.
Easier to buy a combine.
Yeah, you can buy a combine and it's like that. Oh, whatever, it's out now. 3 hours.
Take longer to get back in though.
3 hours just to make that.
Well, you know what you have to do now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll take these out now. Give you a bit more space when you're in there.
So, this is what the inside of the combine looks like without all of that. Lots of space now. So, my job is tidy up the stuff that was abandoned on the floor and then get in and start cleaning out around the augers, cleaning out the pans inside and getting all that tidied up. So, Father Phil has the piece cut out, and just after picking up a lump of steel, a sheet of steel to patch it in, so just bought the full shield. You go into the workshop afterward, but just the right thickness stuff, so we had nothing in the workshop, so that he'll be able to manufacture what he needs. So it's got quite windy, so it has. That's what Father Phil's going at. I am going to replace a piece of rubber. So you can see this piece here. We had this in the back of the shed, so we bought the contents of a closed down Massey garage of all 38 parts a couple of years ago. We bought everything they had for small money, and this is one of the things we have. So I'll put this in because I'll get in and I'll show you, but the rubber that's in there, the edges of it are gone and it's frayed in the middle and it's actually starting to leak a bit of grain, so we'll change it while we can get at it. So I'm going to get a sheet of plywood just to put in on top of the augers and leave my life a little bit. So we're further in the combine now, putting the sheet of ply just to keep me up off the augers, let me in. So this rubber is gone, you can see it's gone there, it's getting very frayed. Now this should be sitting higher. You see where it should normally sit, that should be up a good inch too. But that's down because we've taken out the supports that keep this end of it up. So replacing that, so I have to open up all of them, and then I have to, there's ones up in there. Now I've taken out these, some of these that were there, they're sitting there on the ground. And yeah, also if you're wondering why is there barley in the fan, that's because when the belt stuck, there was enough grain going through it, it kind of just overflowed into the fan. That's why it has to be cleaned out as well. But we're well into the combine. You can see the drum of the harvester up there, that's the concave. So you have a drum, the other side of that what we call the concave, and then that's what does the beating, and the grain falls through that onto this, walks back and down into this auger that I'm under here, and up that side into the tank. And that doesn't fall through straight into this one, then goes on out and gets riddled back into this one, which is the returns, which brings it back up and then shoots it back out at the front, which it goes through the whole cycle again to be cleaned again and then down, and that's kind of how the combine works. It's a funny head in that, or is it just wore down? I don't know which. So yeah, get this out of here.
Hey pretty baby, am I in your way? Cause you walked out so fast yesterday. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. So tell me what you want, tell me how you want it. Tell me all the reasons that you're running away. I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, no, no. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you, yeah.
So that's the rubber out. That's the old rubber. That's the new rubber. What has gone? You can see the end on that. See the end on that. Gone, and it's all starting to fray there. The same at that end and in the middle then as well. So that's we're losing grain through that. So while we're in this far, we're as well putting the new flap on. We have everything. It's just one of them things, when in Rome, you might as well. I have to get new bolts because these are gone. The ends are wore off them. Also, I had these extra little flaps on the ends, so I might get this cut up to replace these. It's just an extra flap along the end, and same again. The hole went in the corner of it. Nearly ready to go back in. How's the fabricating going?
Alright now, it's just need to fold this steel and I need to get a nice job done on it, and that's could take a bit of to and fro.
Yeah, you can't exactly start sledging it around a bit. You need a folding.
Oh, you need something, but I don't know, there's not too many places maybe they can do 5 mil. So it's trying and error now for a minute.
Up onto the loft we go. Racks on storage coming in fierce handy. But this is something I want to show you now. Our massive collection of bolts and consumables and bits and bobs. We've been there. All these bolts here that you see in front of me, we got all them off Kramp. So Kramp have sponsored today's video. We got all the bolts from an M4, so baby bolts with spring washers, standard washers, lock nuts, everything, right up to the M20 bolt in all different length sizes, heavy washers, light washers, spring washers, nuts, lock nuts, everything, absolutely everything. We also got spools of wire, so we have heavier, lighter, different coloured spools. We got, what's in this one? Copper washers. We got countersunk head bolts. We have star locks. We have, we've just an absolute world of stuff. We have a box of drill bits as well. World of stuff. We also got a heap of bulbs. Plan is we're going to buy a backing plate, and when we get the workshop done, our new workstation bench put in there, we're going to be able to hang all our bolts on it, leave it a little bit easier, but for the time being we've it up here in our rack zone. So if you want to know who Kramp are an online supplier of over 500,000 parts, everything from your nuts and bolts to plough parts, cultivator parts, even bigger again, workshop tools. It is just an unbelievable animal husbandry stuff. They have drinkers, they have an absolute world of stuff online on their online store. Their online service is provided through their dealer network throughout Ireland. So our nearest online supplier, you could say, is BVS Parts in Athy. So they look after our account and look after getting us, if we have any queries, anything like that, for getting stuff ordered online, we deal through them. But an awful lot of the machinery shops around Ireland have them. So if you want to learn more about who Kramp are, what they have on offer, and how to get yourself set up with an online account, there'll be links, phone numbers and stuff in the description down below, so you can head down there and get yourself sorted with. But anyways, I'm going to get the few bolts I have and tip back down and get that done. Right, I am looking for, so we'll reuse all the washers that I have on them. I need 26 of these. You can see where the ends have all gone on them, maybe. So, am I an non-M8? Am I an M6? Maybe. M6. So, what have I in M6? I have 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s. I have no, they're M8s. So these are the shortest ones I have. So, yeah. 30 is too big, so we'll go all 20s. So, that is them. So I need 26 of these. So the next day in action, and you can't really see it, but we got the rubber in, all our new bolts in it, so we're finished with that in there now. So working on the fabrication of this new piece. That's what kind of fellas are. So this is the new piece here. This is the piece we've cut out. There's more that has to be cut out to suit the slot, you could say. That's the, I don't know what you call it, the bush and leg yoke and bob. And we had to get that sheet of steel sent off twice to get machined. So we had to get it bent, them two bends put in it, and we had to get that whole board out because we had no way of either bending that 6mm plate, or is it 6 or 5, I can't remember, and getting that board with nothing big enough. So we got that sent off and got that done, and now it's back and ready to go in. Also, on a little side note, me and Liv are working on building a hen house, and we're well underway now. Frame up and a floor in, and it's a slatted floor, so hopefully we won't have to do too much cleaning with them. We'll be able to just keep moving it around, and as they poo, it'll fall through. But that is for a hen house we're going into the orchard, so that is quite literally just for the roost for them to sleep in, and the nest boxes are not to be outside. That's the plan. It's not going to be shut in it, like. Anyways, so this piece is just ready to get popped back in, and then that plate has to get welded and braced into that, and then there's a few other little cracks here and there has to be sorted on it. It's a bit there and whatnot, but yeah, we're on the straight now for going back in.
What we're measuring here now, I get that in the right spot.
Yeah.
That's 45. 55.
45 to 55.
Go back to the very end of the shoe.
They're there.
Yeah. 55. 45, so this is 10 mil out. So that one needs to
Go in 10 mil. But but that bar there is straight, and it's pretty much bang on same distance as it is that side. Or is
that bar has to be welded to that.
You're up again that there, and that was straight with the piece of timber.
He's sitting on that bar there, could be causing it to do this. Yeah. Could. That's why I wanted two barns.
It's supported across and underneath all of that. Them supports shouldn't.
Have we adjustment on the drive? No. We've in and out alright, but we haven't forward and back. This way.
A little bit, you must go back that way.
Yeah, well I reckon we must go back to 10 mil.
What's 10 mil now? Half an inch?
10 mil is 1 centimetre, which is less than half an inch.
So we have to go back, we have to cut a bit half there.
It's all dislodged now, so.
I can fly over there. End up in the tank.
Not looking too bad now.
You'll be happy with that?
Yeah.
Right, here, push down this.
Push down that.
Yeah. That needs to go down because it's gone higher than the rail here. See the rail? I need that to go down to the level of the rail.
This is a good bit off.
It's a well to start.
Have a look at that now.
Smell.
Burning flesh.
Burning flesh.
You're alright now, yeah?
No, but you're anyway.
We'll go back to the hen house.
You want to put a rail under your slats.
I have that done.
said that.
No.
Above them.
Under it.
Under it. The screws won't keep the hens up, the whole thing will fall down. Put a rail under
I
it.
can lie on it.
I know, but
you
it's
can't.
all.
Don't give a shit.
How is a rail under it going to do? It's only going to tie
They
the.
lie across it.
It's only going to tie
Like
the
pig
slats
slats.
together.
That's what you want to do as well.
Yeah, but it's,
No, a rail under at the edge where it's sitting.
all the bracing is done. All the welding is done.
Yeah, just waiting for the man to paint it.
All done. All reinforced and re-strengthened up. So it's ready to go in now. Not so bad. So yeah. Time to figure out how we're going to get it back in there.
You stay behind Rob. So we're going to have the whole weight on that. As far as you can go up.
No.
For the minute.
Turn to him or to the left, help. No. Right, so we lift it We lift it up, Philip.
Use able to lift it up.
Lift it on up now.
You see now. You might want to go to the other side. You might want to go to the other side of me, Robert, here. To direct it. That's it. Mine now. Easy, Philip. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Easy now. George is in too far. Hold on, go back, go back. That's it, up now.
What? You're going to get caught there now.
Oh, George, you're in too far. Square it up, square it up.
You may get out there.
I know the down with me, Robert, here. Get your back to the wheel.
Left.
Push her up. Easy now. Too high in the back, too high in the back. Aye.
Whoa, you can't push it in anymore
now. You can't push it
now.
anymore now. Out to timber. The hell now.
He's holding it.
Right, come out to timber. Right, she'll slip forward, Robert. Come on, let her slip in. She'll sit there now for a minute. We need to move on to the next step. Two either side in here. In front of that.
Yeah, with the timber again.
No, the timber's no good to you. Right, here's a bit, just for a second.
Alright.
Go on.
Back for more.
Go on, you're in.
Back more. We screwed up a little bit.
I'm on your wrong side, go back. Right side. Over slowly now. Slow and square.
Alright, back further.
No, just.
Letting the lads out now,
We can let her, we can actually let the lats down flat if you want now. Let me lat down flat. Go on, is there nearly there? Somewhere, she runs somewhere there. We'll have to get the lats out. Go to the holes in the side of her now. And see, can you lift the. Yeah, that's it. You're
Right, lay down.
You're in.
Lay down.
Yeah, there now.
No, that wasn't too bad. Only took 5 minutes.
First hurdle is over.
That's what fucking easy,
You're a bit dusty there. Were you laying down?
but there's somebody's charge. Somebody has to go in.
Yeah.
While it's being lifted to line
No,
it
you
up.
don't. No, you don't have to. What you do is you bang in the two fucking bugs either side.
Yeah.
Right? With your Loctite, I got your bottle of Loctite. Bang in the two bugs either side. And if you get off the bushings off into the arms, come out, and then you lift it up, build the two side wobblers
Yeah.
and your bushings.
Yeah.
And then your back bushings.
Yeah.
And then we move on from there. That's how we have to do this now.
Right. Combine is well back. So it is. So a bit of a gap there between what you seen last and what you see now. All back in. So that's just down to I was away doing a bit of seeding this morning, and I'm going off now mowing upon the two mowers on the 6499 and go mow for second cut. But it's just about you're on the home straight now, yeah? You'll be cutting by this evening.
Well, hardly since we're in it, didn't
I know, but
well, we're ready to cut.
you'll be ready to cut.
Yeah, we're
Just won't be cutting this evening.
well, we'll put on the head and we'll leave it ready. It is ready.
Yeah.
It's ready. I'll put two beds in the far side now, and that's it.
Any comments on how it was getting back?
Oh, it was an absolute pleasure to work on, as ever. I love working on it, but that was just a particularly hard one now.
Oh, what was the hardest bit getting it back on?
No, every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it was all slow going.
Right.
Very slow going.
Where are we at now? 3 days?
No, when I started yesterday, and start putting it back yesterday in the 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
but what, between taking it out.
One day putting it back.
Yeah, but taking it out, fixing it, putting it back.
We took us 103 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah.
And it took us a whole day to put it back.
Yeah.
We'll repair it.
Repair
and
them,
put
put
it
back.
Yeah. And then we're off a whole week because we're off at other jobs as well.
Yeah. Anyways.
As ever.
So that's that. Nearly finished. straw is damp. Say the heads are dry though. Moisture meter's the only thing. What time is it? Have an early dinner. Come back on. So we're just after moving to the next ground.
The last bit
of winter barley. What's here? 20 acres?
15.
15. So we're just after moving here. We finished a bit at the house. Didn't get any footage because I forgot the camera, but the combine is fixed, back going. So summary of the whole job, I suppose. Or you want to show what you done, or?
Well, sure, it's quite simple. We took the whole inside out of it. Everything that moves in there, we took out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not simple job now. Not simple. You can't buy the bit. We had to make the bit.
A bad idea. The dust. So here's just inserting this into the end of the video. We're cutting away after finishing up that bit. This is the field that last winter we sowed with the fertilizer spreader. I called the video the lazy man's way of sowing, and I says I better show you the crop and how it's done now that we're cutting it to kind of finish up that. Not really making a full video of it because I can't have enough going on, and I'll be saving more combine and stuff when we get in the spring crops. This is the last of the winter barley to cut. I'm currently baling with the 6499 diffusion. Quite a round baler over the square because these round bales are going for sale, and we're actually packing them quite hard, so we're getting the most we've ever got for straw, so we're putting a lot into them. But that's neither here nor there. But anyways, the story with this crop here, you can see it's the longer the field. That's the squarer one. So you can see here, this is the crop. Decent head, quite thick. It is quite thick, and that's in this spot. This field, not the best. The middle patch, you can kind of see it there. There's very, very little. Just did not. It did not do at all. The far end, done well, and then the top headland, nothing. I showed you that before. The compaction is so on it is what we think done the harm there. We don't know why the middle of the field grew so poor. You can see yourself there. Was it the sowing method? No, because if it was, we wouldn't have a great crop this end. The other field that we've done the mats on it, and we've over 4 ton to the acre, so happy out, couldn't be much better. So that was the lazy man's way of sowing. We were getting 4 ton to the acre. This field, you can see here, we get towards the middle of the field, just did not do at all. We think the difference between the two fields, if you remember, when I was ploughing the field, we were saying we were going seeding, we put dung on that field and it wasn't enough to go on this field. And these were both late fields, don't have a clue when they may never have been ploughed, or the donkey's here since they were ploughed. So we think the problem with this could be in the dung. It just needs dung. Dung should get it going. And the day we got the 100 moors, you might remember the trailer load of dung going out of the yard. That's how where we're going. We were tipping it up here to get it for this field, to put on it. And we're going to go, I think we're going to go a winter crop again, see how it goes. But yeah, all in all, the lazy man's way of sowing, it done a good job. Just difference in the two fields was night and day. You can see there, just it wasn't the wet, it wasn't, just did not grow very well. Look, that's it. That finishes up the lazy man's way of sowing. What is it? That's like 10 months ago. 9 months, 10 months, 8 months, I don't know, since we sowed this. It works. It's a cheap and cheerful way of getting it into the ground, quick way of getting it into the ground. It works. You get good crops out of it. Your seed ratio is hard to control, so you end up probably putting in more seed than you need, and there's no tram lines. That's the downside of it. But as you can see there, grows a crop. There is absolutely nothing wrong with hue, great grain, great thickness. It's just this field, middle of this field is a bit of a letdown, the other field. So I won't know how this field finished up. I won't do the 4 ton because of the middle so poor, but it should do at least 3 ton. there's, I'd say, a quarter to a third of the field is poor. The rest of it's as good as every other bit. Great. But anyway, I better get back in the baler. And yeah, that just finishes up that. Yeah, make sure to check out Kramp if you want to get yourself a great selection of bolts or any other consumables. The amount of stuff they have, it's just unbelievable. We'll get back in. We'll get this baling done before the June. We'll get the winter barley finished. Next block of stuff we'll be cutting is 50 acres of winter wheat for the whole crop pit and silage. And then we'll be waiting for spring crops, which will be the end of August, beginning of September. But anyways, we'll leave it at that. And that is all the winter stuff. That's the last of the winter barley to be cropped.